even when I'm down. Got my head in the clouds and my feet on the ground. I got big dreams. Yes, we've got big dreams here in the GeniusLab. Thank you for being here today for this podcast. It is an exciting time. And one of the things that I realized yesterday, this is the day after Thanksgiving 2020, just so you know a time frame of when I'm recording this. And one of the things that one of the things that I realized yesterday as I was putting the leftover food away is the first words out of my mouth were, damn, there's no room in this refrigerator. And I had already filled the upstairs refrigerator. I was down at our spare refrigerator, and it was so freaking full, I had no room to put anything, right? So I'm like, the second thing out of my mouth was, thank you. We are so blessed that we have so much food. And then the next thing I was thinking, I was talking to Suzanne about, we're really lucky to have two full refrigerators, and we've got enough food. We could all, we got the two boys here. So Suzanne and I and Cameron and Spencer could basically live for a week on what we have right now without ever buying anything. And Suzanne casually said, yeah, we should have spent a bunch of that money on helping somebody who doesn't have food this year. And it got me to thinking, yes, and that's exactly what we're going to do for Christmas. So my challenge is do something big. Okay? Do something bigger than yourself. Contribute to your community. Contribute to something that is for the greater good. Okay, we have lived in times where the Western mentality has been so privileged and so, what can I say? Take for granted. It's just like every little kid has a cell phone, iPads, laptops. We don't think about not having food. At least I never have. Even when I was raised without any wealth, with just barely getting by, we still always had food on the table. And the thing that I have come to realize over and over and over throughout the years is that there are a lot of people who don't have some of the basic necessities. And so my challenge for you and my encouragement is to do something bigger than yourself this year for the Christmas season, for the holiday season, and check with your food bank and see what they need. See if there's, I don't know, sometimes I know down in Portland when I lived there, we used to have these like feeding lines where like by the rescue mission or whatever, where people could go and they could get a meal. Find out what kind of help they need. Find out if they need food. I used to work with a company in Portland that would deliver, I think, we did like 400 meal boxes. And it was basically a holiday dinner. It was a turkey or a ham and potatoes, vegetables, and some kind of dessert. And it was really cool. It all came in a little box, and we would get a semi full of these things, and we would all take about 30 of them, whatever size car we had. Pardon me, scratchy throat today. And we would load our cars up, and then we had a list of addresses, and we would go deliver them. That's something that you could do. How about local homeless shelter? Check and find out what they need and go be of service. Maybe work in the kitchen, Christmas morning or Christmas Eve, something like that. Veterans homes. A lot of times they're kind of like retirement centers, but they're just for veterans. Maybe somebody needs to sit down and play a game of chess or just sit and talk. Or if you're a musician, take your guitar or whatever in and play some music for them. Another thing is adopt a family. Now, I know that I don't know about you. I'm always very skeptical of charities simply because, there's been so much. You look at all of the legal finaglings of the United Way. They're paying their CEO $1 gazillion. They have a private jet and you're going, I'm donating for this. Well, do your due diligence. Okay. What I did was I Googled adopt a family and there are a bunch of local and national resources. So you can adopt a family anywhere in the country. And what I would do is I would vet them. I would, you should be able to find their all of their taxes and financial filings should be public record. And do your due diligence. Don't get taken. And then step up to the plate and donate. Do something bigger than yourself. Help out a family. The cool thing that I always loved about delivering the boxes was how happy people were when they would receive the food, knowing that they would have a good dinner together. And the other thing was the surprising aspect of who they were, because I had a perception of who a poor person would be. And oftentimes they were middle-class people that were just down on their luck. Or, they were just, were factory workers or whatever, and they were just get by, paycheck to paycheck. But, something went wrong. They lost their job. In this case, the pandemic. Oh my God, so many people are in dire straits that have never been in their whole life. I remember an interview on the local TV station, local news, and a guy was saying, we used to donate hundreds of dollars every holiday season to the local food bank. Now we're going to the food bank. We've lost our home. We're renting an apartment. Now we're going to the local food bank that we used to support and asking for help. And it's really hard. So there's plenty of opportunities out there. And I am excited that we can exercise the energy of compassion, care, love, being of service, and go above our own needs. And for those of you who really want to get into it, I know that I've talked to some families that have made the decision to take the money that they were going to spend on Christmas presents and use that to adopt a family and get them Christmas presents and get them food. Do what you feel led to do, but whatever it is, don't do nothing. Okay? Step up to the plate this year. Let's make this the best Christmas for everybody. Let's make this the best holiday season. If you don't celebrate Christmas, that's completely fine. I celebrate it as a social and cultural happening. I'm not a religious person, but I acknowledge the energy of goodness, kindness, the energy of giving, compassion, care, love, being of service, all that I think that this holiday time represents. And what's really funny is now with 90% of the stores being boarded up and closed, depending on what city you live in. I just saw a tour of Manhattan that one of my friends did, and all of the stores are boarded up, and they have plywood doors, and there's nobody out on the sidewalk. I mean, it's just a very bizarre time. Why not step up to the plate? Look at what your core values are. Look at what your core beliefs are. Exercise them and do something big for the world. So that's it for today. Do something big. That is my suggestion, my request. If we all did just one thing, if you sent $10 to a local food bank and we all did it, holy smokes, we would make a huge impact in the world. So let's do it. Let's make this the best holiday season for everyone that we can possibly influence. Let's exercise that open heart, compassion, care, love, and be of service to our communities. That's it for today. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. And by all means, keep looking up.